what you saying? Nani? Get out my business, okay?
Hey, how you guys doing? My name's Heero. This is the Identity Booth. We're talking money. It's Saturday morning stream, baby. It's not even morning time. It's like mid-afternoon, damn near supper time. What is the time for supper? What is supper time? What is that time? Central Standard Time. Put it in the comment section below. But for everything else, we're going to be talking about money, financial literacy, and risk management. But the thing that I'm owed to in this whole entire thing, the most relevant thing that I can be serving purpose is dividend stocks. And a lot of people always ask me, what are dividend stocks? And I always tell them, it is money that is paid to you for owning a stock. Say, for example, AT&T. If you hold AT&T for X amount of days, they will pay you money for holding that stock. And you're probably thinking to yourself, wow, I wonder why more people don't do this. Well, because dividend stocks aren't paid on a day-to-day basis. They're actually paid in different time increments. And I'm here to talk about the increments of time that stocks can be paid out, dividend stocks can be paid out, and also what are the benefits and sometimes the risk management part of it that's to be desired about these things. So we're going to look at about 4 to 7 stocks that all span between a weekly dividend stock, monthly dividend stock, quarterly dividend stocks, and annually. We're going to give the pros and cons of each of them and kind of get a better understanding of what they are. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. I'm here for it all. So starting off, let's just go with the annual one-time dividend payout. And therein lies ticker symbol TX, which I believe I'm reading on the screen. Termina it closed out at 43.58. It opened at 44.43. Full disclosure, I own 3 shares of this stock. I bought this stock in 2019, and I'm a holdover from when I got it. So let's look at it. It was in 2019, so we're saying boom, 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 right about here. I know I got it in October, so I got in at 25.98, which sounds about right because I got in October. So I'm up nearly 100% on this. So me holding on to this is just a how can I say, a trend in futility. Like, this is just me being me, right? This is just me holding on to it. But let's talk about its annual dividend stocks. It's been giving annual dividend stocks since 2013, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. No, 20. That's probably because of the pandemic, which a lot of people did do. And they've been paying consistently, only missing one dividend payout annually. Now, what makes their stock so intriguing to me? Well, it's really for the price it was. So in 2019, when I got it, they were paying me $1.20 to hold on to the stock for a year. Now, 120 divided by 40, I'm pretty sure it's some culpable amount. It does make sense, but the annual dividend payout is great for people who want to kind of pump and dump. In this situation, since the price when I bought it was about $25, if you're willing to spend $800, $700, or even $1,000 on this before the declaration date, which was on February 19th of 2019, you would have stood to gain a lot of money from this. I foolishly bought once again in October, so I missed this date. So the next time I was able to appreciate this was actually in 2021. Because 2020 didn't exist for us. So that was the next time I got paid. But they almost made up for it by doubling the amount that they offered in the beginning with $2. So for the 3 shares that I got, I walked away with about $6.03, which I used obviously to reinvest in dividends. But it was a pleasant surprise, and that's sort of the catalyst for this video, because I had nearly forgot about this whole entire stock until I got the payout for it recently, which was 2 months ago. So I thought to myself, wow, 2 months ago, wow, what other stocks or what other things can I get invested in? That's what made me think about this. But next on our list, we want to look at some monthly dividends, right? And monthly dividends are, they serve an interest, but this is it's hard. And to rate that last stock, that's a great stock to hold for a year because it still pays a great dividend annual. And if you divide it up into quarterly, which most dividend stocks pay out, it's still above average, especially for when you bought it at 25. So I would definitely give that a 3-star. But let's look at O, which is Reality Income, ticker symbol O, trades on the New York Stock Exchange. It opened up at 69. Yeah, you already know why I picked this one. And it had a high of 70. But full disclosure, I don't own any of these stocks. This is probably one of the stocks that will be on the list of 120 stocks for us to pick from when I let you guys pick for me the stocks that I'm going to be buying from. And you know what? You're right. It is a red. And you're absolutely right. That's a great point to say. It is a red, but am I wrong to look at this still from a dividend set and for what it is? It's Reality Real Estate Investment Trust, and the company is engaged in in-house acquisitions. So the market is very volatile right now. So anything that has to do with real estate, you're running a gambit. But I like O because it has proven the test of time. It has a great cap. Its 52-week high and its 52-week low are well within its range, and it's actually a power buy right now. So if we're looking at it from the 3-month market, it shows a great trend for me. We saw what happened here when the market tossed up. It definitely rebounded, and it's saying to itself it wants to get back here. Do I believe that it's going to hit 71? Hell yeah. So I think that this is a stock that I want to throw onto it. But let's look at the dividends for it, because that is really where we get into it. And I can look at these buy-in rates and it says it's a strong buy and all this stuff, but this really comes down to what's in your goddamn pockets, right? I ain't never gonna let nobody else decide that for me. So I always say, opt out to understanding your current situation. And what am I looking for? Corporation actions. Here we go. The dividend payouts. 21, 21, 21, 21. Yeah. So this is a monthly one, right? And even during the pandemic, they were healthily paying. So they made it 20. They've been paying since 2013, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So they did complete every single dividend payout from the month. And they were all within the range of 20 cents. So 20 times 12, what's that? That's $2 and some change, right? So you would have made $2 throughout the year with this. This is a great dividends to me. And yes, rich by law must pay out their profits. No way around it. Like, the dividend companies can stop paying out at any time. And that's sort of like the thing, because if a bunch of people stop investing in it, or they get into a class action lawsuit or something like that, all that shit's going away because they're going to file for bankruptcy before anyone else gets any of their money. And the investors are the people. So you're banking on other people in this short-term market where everyone wants to pump and dump to be long-term holders. That's why dividend investing doesn't even pop up on the radars of most people when we're talking about stocks. When people talk about stocks, they always talk about it in such a frugal sense. Oh yeah, I'm gonna just put my money into this and get out. And it's just that's not how stocks work. That's how you don't want them to work. Actually, you want people to be invested long-term, because that only helps the pot. But yeah, they have to pay out their whole entire dividend amount to people, and it's something to be appreciated. And it's pretty stagnant about the price. They don't change it over. Yeah, for sure. It's crazy to see how people talk about it. But I think that this is a great monthly dividend, and this is why it's been added to my list. So I've been doing the research on this. And another one that we can look at real quick, LTC. And I guess I wanted to show a good and a bad one. I would call O a bad one. I would call that a 3-star. And I think that its dividend ratio was 3 point something or 5. Between 3 and 5, I can live with it. 5 is very sketch. 3 and 5, I can live with. LTC, which is another great one. Upon first look, it's not until you get into the looks of it that you kind of feel the impact of it. And I don't know if 19 cents is worth it, is the thing that you would be saying to yourself. But 19 cents over the course of a year, that's money that you wouldn't have got if you were holding on to 19 cents every month. The money you couldn't have got that from Nike. This is something that kind of makes me think about this stock past the other day. Is where it used to be, 43.44, and this is also, a property that's another REIT where they have to pay all their profits. They've been steadily losing for a long time, and they don't seem to be wanting to get back to where they were. Even on a 5-year trend, after the big drop off, they haven't come close to anywhere they used to be, $50. So you don't really get to see the bulk of this turnover, and it's kind of scary because while it has been holding on for a long time, what does that say about the investors long term? Sure, they're staying there, but are they able to acquire new investors to make this dividend number go up? That's making me want. No, LTC is monthly. Yeah, monthly. So we got 10. Wait, sorry, hold on. 12. Or do they do their declarations? They do their declarations on a month-to-month basis. Hold on. What did I was reading? Oh, yeah, it is. Do I have it written? Oh, yeah, I do have it down as a monthly. Sorry. So that is our monthly. What did I say? I called it, it's quarterly. Sorry. Yeah, it's quarterly. My bad, y'all. It's quarterly, but like to the point of quarterly, just to be getting paid this one doesn't strike me as one. This isn't like one of those great ones that would justify it for me. Like you would have to, like now if I was buying in and they could get their profit increase or their ratio increase for their dividends, I would be a little bit more invested in it, but it's not a good look for me. So then let's look at another quarterly that's like booming, right? DLNG. PRA. There we go. And this is super scary. It's limited partnership with a focus on owning and operating liquid natural gas. Whenever you see this, I don't know what the official term for this is, but it just means trouble to me. Whenever I see that on a day-to-day, but their monthlies are okay. But that's always screams trouble to me. I don't know, Twisted Text, what do you think? But the reason why I even bring this up is because it's a 50-cent dividend payout. And I love me anything 50 cent and up, man. 50 cent and up is something I love. Yeah, it comes out to 12 cents a share. I love me some 50-cent shares, and that's something that I aim for a lot. AT&T is really good on this. AT&T makes the value of their stock. For a stock that can drift and hover around $30 to be getting paid 50 cents is like super amazing to me. And it's AT&T. They're not going nowhere. But this is another one of those stocks where they haven't missed any of their dividend payout. Even through 2020, they had all 4 in 2020. They had all 4 in 2019. They don't do any special dividend stocks, which is kind of lame to me. But hey, it's about consistency. But their futures is what's kind of more concerning with me on that one. And there's one more. Let's go TG. No, yeah, unless there's like another one. And to Twisted Tex's point, a lot of these companies, and this is the difference between those REITs, right? REITs are required to, if they can't justify, like there's a certain percentage they have to put back into their investors, and the rest is then put forth to helping them better the company. When you do not have to better your company and you don't have to enrich your investors, you just, what do you do? What do you do? And that's concerning to Twisted Tex's point. Now let's get into the mole rats that are the weekly dividend payouters. And my skepticism lasts for a reason, but my skepticism of them isn't because I think they're sus. It's more just the